So I don't think I've ever been happier about being so wrong about something. Because if you followed me for any length of time, you know I've never been too excited about the Duviri paradox. Because from what I saw, right, I don't know if I just missed something important, but from what I saw, it seemed to be very operator or drifter heavy with very little of anything else. To me, it seemed to just be you bumbling around a weird looking open world with a drifter or an operator, you have a horse, and there is a weird worm in the sky. That was pretty much what I saw. So I never understood the hype for Duviri, because to me it just seemed, well, pretty meh. And I don't know if it was just me not really paying attention to what they were saying and showcasing, or if it was them kind of doing a scuffed presentation and not showing the best bits of Duviri, but it doesn't matter. I just was not into it at all. But then, seemingly out of nowhere, they start coming out with all these preview videos and they start explaining the mechanics and the different systems, and almost instantaneously, I flipped 180 degrees to a point where I'm now actually genuinely hyped for this update to come out. Because every single bit of this update that we've seen so far looks really, really good. All the systems seem to be very well thought out, they slot into the game really well, and they're going to be absolutely exquisite for new players because they're going to give them some sort of direction. You want this Warframe, you follow this path for a week and you're gonna get this Warframe, instead of being dumped on the star chart and being told to figure it out. A game this big needs a system like this. It may not seem like it if, like me, you've been playing it for 10 years and you've learned all the little bits and bobs as they were slowly added throughout those 10 years, but I imagine that if you're a new player and you get all of Warframe dumped on you at once, it is very overwhelming. And to be quite frank, even as someone that's played the game for 10 years, it's nice to have a bit of direction every now and then. That's what I liked about Nightwave. It gave me a very simple objective to do. Go and mine this, go and kill this, go and do that. Because I still, to this day, sometimes I'll log into the game and I start pacing back and forth in my orbiter, and I'm like, okay, which one of the bajillion things that I could be doing should I do? And I end up picking none of them because there are too many of them, so I just log out. So this like path system where you can choose to follow a specific piece of gear, whether it's a Warframe or even one of the adapters, if you're doing it in Steel Path, which is a great way to reuse this system for Steel Path, is absolutely fantastic. Oh, you want Trinity? You follow this path for a week, you get Trinity, as well as a bunch of other things that are good for Trinity. Very good. It's like the more I see of Duviri, the more well thought out it seems, and the more I like it. I have a feeling this is going to be a grandiose update. I'm also pretty excited about the whole roguelike system they have there. That seems like it's going to be buckets of fun, and it's going to be fun to make videos out of as well, which for me as a content creator is really cool, you know, make a video about how crazy you can get in a run, that kind of stuff. And probably the thing I like the most about Duviri, which funnily enough doesn't affect me at all, is the loaner system. Being able to try out Warframes without actually building them is something that I wanted in the game for a very long time. The main reason I started the Warframe Weapon Encyclopedia is because I wanted just everyone to be able to look up a weapon and within 3 minutes know roughly what that weapon is about without having to build it. That's why I decided to do it, even though it's a humongous task that I knew would take years to finish. Also, Drifter Melee is huge for me personally because I absolutely love melee in this game. So yeah, for me, this was one of the biggest flips in the history of the game. I was not excited about this update at all. I was not looking forward to it, and now I cannot wait to get my hands on it. If, by the way, you haven't seen the last few live streams that DE did where they talked about Duviri, I would highly recommend you check it out. It is very cool. For me, this seems to be a step in the right direction. Yes, it's changing the game, but it seems to be changing it in a very cool way. And that is pretty much all I wanted to say. So I thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, let me know what you think about Duviri so far in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.